Okay, welcome back to the channel. I want to do a video on how to use technology to solve for matrix problems. So I have my TI emulator up here. This is more or less how the graphics calculator is set up with the screen up top, but we'll use this version. All right, now all the things for matrices, you can see in blue how it says matrix there. We're going to go second and click on that. And we get into the matrix menu. Now, I've got a bunch of matrices I've already set up because one of the time-consuming parts is writing them out. With a bit of practice, you'll get faster with it. But we're using the calculator to speed up the computational side of things. So sometimes when you have a small matrix, it's literally easier to just carry out the operation by hand than to go punch it into the calculator and then do it that way. But in our case, we need to do that. So I'm going to go through a couple of questions. I'm going to go through question 1B. So I'm looking at this one. Now, if I have a look at, now let's go to edit. You can see in matrix A, I've already copied in this first matrix. So I need to copy in the second one. Let me show you how that's done. All right, so I need to quit and go back into this, unfortunately. All right, go back into matrix. All right, let's go into matrix B. Oops, that's not how you edit it. All right, so we'll deal with the names in a minute. Okay, this is how you edit it. So we go down to B, so we go to the edit, go down to B, and we're going to write the second matrix. Now, the second matrix has 2 rows, 3 columns. So we start off by 2, 3, and now we've got the matrix the right size. Now, what we need to do now is punch in the numbers. 22, oopsies. Yeah, you've got to press enter afterwards. 22, enter. 13, enter. Now, negatives, be careful. If you use the minus key here, if I wrote minus, what was it meant to be? Minus 13 or minus 12, it's going to spit out an error. Why is that? Well, calculators, particular calculators, like to distinguish the difference between subtraction, the operation, from minus the placement on the number line. So if you want a negative number, not a minus operation, you must click this negative in the brackets here. You see how we've got a smaller negative? We press enter, that works. Okay, that's how you put in negatives. You must click on that button, not the subtraction. All right, so 15, enter, 14 and 7. Okay, 14 and enter, and 7 and enter. All right, so now I have my second matrix. I want to carry out this operation in the order of this matrix times that matrix. So it'd be matrix A times matrix B. So now I'm going to quit that. I'm going to go back into matrix. So everything we're going to do is going to be done on this screen, but we will refer to the matrix part just to copy out the names. So the first matrix we've set up is matrix A, and we're going to multiply matrix B. Okay, and we get a result. Simple as that. So, yeah, as we notice here, we've got 4 rows, 2 columns, 2 rows, 3 columns. So we have a 4-row, 3-column matrix. All right, and that's the result. You can't really go too far wrong. If you do in the reverse order, well, that's wrong. Let's see what happens. Okay, so matrix. So if we do B first, B times matrix A. Now, if you look at the numbers, you might already pick what's going to happen. Okay. And actually describes it to you. Dimension mismatch. Yep, this is one of the cases where you can't do it. So we're going to quit that because it can't be done. All right. So now, go back in the matrix. Now, I've set up a couple more. I've done 2 3x3s. I'm actually going to look at question E. So if you look, we'll go into edit. Oops, wrong one. All right. So, all right. Matrix, edit. All right, just to demonstrate that I've actually gone and punched in that matrix in here, and the next one is that matrix. So let's carry out the scalar multiplication and addition of matrices. So I'm not going to show you the other one because this will save a bit of time. But trust me, I've set up in advance. Okay, so now, sorry, I'm actually going to write the 2 first. I don't think this actually matters, but I just want to get the convention correct. All right, so we have 2 times matrix E plus 3 times matrix F. Okay. And that carries out the multiplication and addition of the matrices. And you can go and check some elements to make sure that it's on the right track. For example, if I did 2 times 11, that's 22, and 3 times 2 is 6. 22 plus 6 is 28. All right, so you see at least that element's correct. But the reason why you do this on your calculator is because you don't want to do that many operations. All right. So in particular, now this is where it gets very powerful. Now we've got a 4x4 matrix. I'll never ask you to multiply something of that size. And particularly, I won't get you to multiply it with itself 3 times. All right. So now I've gone and set that up in my matrices as well. Let me just double check I've got that correct. All right, that's in H. All right. Yes. All right. 0, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 0, 1. So 1, 0, 1, 0. And 0, 1, 0, 2, and 2, 0, 2, 0. Okay, excellent. So that one's correct. All right. So now we're going to times that by itself 3 times. Now you can just do matrix H times matrix H times matrix H. However, let's have a try and see if we can use powers on these. All right. So take a matrix. We'll call up matrix H. And we're going to use the tilde key here. So we do the power of 3. Now let's see if that works. It does. And there you go. That's H to the power of 3. So that's matrix H times matrix H times matrix H. But we didn't have to go and click that many buttons. We did matrix H to the power of 3, and we got our answer. All right. So yeah, that's all your basic operations with matrices. That's all we're going to cover in this course. You might have noticed when I went through, there's a bunch of operations in this math section. A lot of this stuff you're never going to cover in a general maths course. I mean, we could just for fun just have the identity. Let's just do the 4x4 identity. And there it is. Like I said, diagonals of ones. That's about the only one you might choose to use in our course. So you can just set up an identity without having to type in all the ones and zeros. So it does that automatically. So I could go, I could actually go and show, let's just do that actually. Let's do matrix H. We'll show that's true, that the identity doesn't do anything to, or multiplication, it will not change the original matrix. So if I do H times by matrix math, you've got to make sure the identity is the right size. So we have to do a 4 by 4, obviously. The identity is always square. So just 4. And yeah, that's the original H matrix. Yeah. So, all right. So that's H times I when I is a 4 by 4. Okay, like that. Now, last little trick. I'm going to show you this one to clear up your memory. If you can go into your matrix at any stage, into your matrix part, and you can just overwrite these. So, for example, if I want to overwrite H, I can just go into there, not that one. I have to go back to edit to keep doing that. All right, matrix, go across to edit. The screens look so similar. All right, go down to anything you've written already. If you've filled up your matrices, because you can only put in 10 of them at a time. If I want to make, okay, now I want to make a 2 by 2, I can just start over, just 2 by 2, and then just start creating the numbers, so 9 or whatever you want. So that's fine. So you can just overwrite the old matrices. But if you want to get rid of all of them, there's only really one way to do it. I'm going to show you this now. I have to look this up on Google myself. So let's go second memory, go down to memory management, delete. All right. And then go down to matrix. Okay. Enter that. You can see we've got a few matrices here taking up a little bit of memory. All right, now what we can do is we can go and delete by clicking the delete button. And they're gone. Bye-bye. Nope, all gone. So if you go quit, go back to matrix, all gone. Bye-bye. All right, well, that's it for this video. Catch you next time.